Welcome. Thank you for joining us today, Friday the 13th. Our video takes us to 15th century France, where we will be looking at one of history's most sadistic serial killers, Gilles de Rais. Gilles was born in 1404 to a very wealthy family. He was known by many of that day to be the wealthiest man in all of Europe. He inherited his grandfather's and his father's estate, and later married into great wealth as well. Do not let de Rais' affluent upbringing make you think that he was not a tough man. Early in his adulthood, he joined the French army, eventually becoming a war hero. He would be appointed to be the personal advisor to Joan of Arc. Gilles fought beside her as part of her special guard throughout her storied campaign against the English. He was appointed to be the Marshal of France by Charles VII when he was only aged 25. To this point, it seems as if we are doing a fluff piece on a great man who helped mold history. But that is not the reason we are telling the story of Gilles de Rais. After his military career was over, he retired to his childhood home, where he lived an opulent lifestyle. He was said to have had a court larger than the king himself. He spared no expense on having the finer things in life and had squandered a large portion of his fortune on this extravagance. Gilles de Rais was carrying a very dark secret, though. He had been studying the occult, demons, and the power of Satan for quite a long time. He was worshiping Satan and had a desire to summon Lucifer himself so that he could grant him knowledge, power, and even greater wealth than he already possessed. In September of 1440, his heroic stature came crashing down. He was accused of kidnapping over 140 children, mostly boys, and carrying out his lustful fantasies with them. Once he was through with them, he would cut their throats ear to ear, sometimes to the point of decapitation. It is said that he continued to carry out his dark desires on the boys even after their deaths. De Rais was convicted of heresy by the ecclesiastical or church court and was sentenced to death by hanging in the civil court. He was executed on October 26, 1440. This is not the end of his story, though. In the 1990s, there was a push to investigate the validity of the crimes of Gilles. There are two sides to the argument regarding his guilt. One side believes that he was an innocent man and only charged with these crimes by the church for his involvement with Joan of Arc, while the other side states that the French are only wanting to rewrite history by saying that he was an innocent man. Regardless, in 1992, the Freemason Grandmaster of the Lodge of France pulled together a court of sorts. It was made up of high-ranking former French diplomats, and they publicly exonerated de Rais of all of his crimes. Thank you so much for joining us for today's video. We hope you enjoyed this bit of dark history from the 15th century. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Until the next one.